Communication is not just about talking. That's why I said, if this person cannot talk, can the person write? If the person cannot write, hey, can the person use gestures? If the person's action saying something, no relationship can survive without communication. Because at the end of the day, nobody's a mind reader. It takes some semblance of communication for the other party to be able to know what's going through your mind, how you feel about something, how you do not feel about something. And then it takes communication. So, hi guys, welcome to my couch. Today we'll be speaking about communication in relationships. All kinds of relationships, did I just say? You know, I've heard people say, he's not the talking type. It's not. Look, first things first, everybody talks. Everybody talks. It's just that they've not found the right person to talk to and the right environment to talk. But you see this, yeah, relationship should not be a mind game. Let me first of all establish that. There's no relationship that should be a mind game. If you are not ready to talk, you're not ready for a relationship. If you're not ready to talk, like open your mouth. If you're not ready to talk, you're not ready for a relationship. Because one of the core fundamentals of any sort of relationship is communication. So sometimes I find it hilarious. Say, he does not talk. Go and meet him when he's with his friends. Go and meet him when his mother. How does she know him? He does not like rice. He likes beans. He does not. How did they know all those ones? His siblings, what they say about him? His old schoolmates, where they used to go and drink. What did they say about him? Then that girl say, you know, once I know about this my girlfriend is that she does not like talking. She doesn't like talking. Does she respond to messages? She does not like chatting. What does she like? Everybody talks. So when we talk about communication in relationship, well, some people don't talk, except you're getting paid for it. If you're getting paid for it, please, by all means, maintain silence. Maintain silence. Make your millions, make your billions, maintain silence. So if you want a relationship, it requires, underlining the relentless communication. And I know that communication is not just about talking. That's why I said, if this person cannot talk, can the person write? If the person cannot write, hey, can the person use gestures? If the person's action saying something, you know that some people they're men of little words, odogu, men of little words, but their action, you say, baby, I'm not noticing that I'm not happy. You just say, I'll do something about it. By the time you see their life, they have spoken. Communication comes in different ways, but you cannot tell me that you're in a relationship with somebody that he's not the talking type, he's not the writing type, he's not the reading type, he's not the giving type, he's not. You're in the wrong place. You are in the wrong place. You know, my husband, people say, it's quiet, it's quiet. I used to laugh. Lies, all lies, all lies. I talk more than him, yeah. Then he talks. He talks. But to those people that they say that he does not talk, it's okay. Because he does not talk to them. I'm sure there's people that will look at me and say, this girl, she's quiet. You like, I'm not quiet. Communication in relationships. Oh no. If you find someone that you're in a relationship with and the person does not talk, the person does not write, the person does not give, the person does not express one way or the other, communicate, there's verbal, there's non-verbal. You're not getting verbal vibes, you're not getting non-verbal vibes. Leave. Even mute people, they communicate. So what's the excuse for someone that is not mute, that the person can't communicate, either verbally or non-verbally? That relationship cannot work. It cannot work. Because when you talk about relationship, you talk about what is communication, yeah? Communication simply is sending a message. There has to be a sender, there has to be a receiver, there has to be a channel, it has to be void of noise, and then there has to be feedback. So some of us, we think that we are in relationships with people, no feedback. You'll be talking morning to night, man is looking at you, or the lady is just looking at you, or maybe they are smiling. They are not there. They are not there. My husband does it to me sometimes. Nobody should tell me that I've spoken enough, especially in the night. I'll keep gist for him like this. I'll be talking. From saying, really? So what happened? It's now start going from 3-word sentences to 1 word. At one point, you just start saying, Nobody will tell me. There's no more feedback. Sometimes you will start sleeping. Believe me, I'll start laughing. Then we now wake up and say, yes. I say, yes to who? Yes to who? After I've been sleeping, I'm looking at you. You say, maybe please, tomorrow we'll continue. But you should know when no relationship can survive without communication. Because at the end of the day, nobody's a mind reader. It takes some semblance of communication for the other party to be able to know what's going through your mind, how you feel about something, how you do not feel about something. And then it takes communication. So if you're building a relationship, it can be platonic relationship, it can be romantic relationship, it can be any kind of relationship, business relationship. You need to communicate. Then another thing again I'd say is communication shows mutual respect. If you're in a relationship with someone and the person is not talking to you, the person is not communicating, that's a form of disrespect. Because when a relationship takes two people, you owe it out of respect and regard to the other person to communicate. The other person owes you out of respect and regard. So mutual respect beckons that you should be able to communicate with the other person. Silent treatments, I don't know what, that's rubbish. That's rubbish. But mutual respect beckons that if you're in a relationship with somebody, you should be able to communicate with the person. Find a way to communicate with the person. There are people that you just notice that, talking does not do it for the person. And that's how you learn and unlearn people. Maybe you're a talker. You just like to talk. You like to talk. I find that this person, talking even stresses the person out. There's some people that, honestly, if you call them, they won't pick. If you want, drop a message, a long epistle, 5 pages. They will read it. They will read it line for line and they will respond to you too as well. So if you're in a relationship with someone, it is your responsibility to find out what kind of communication style suits the person. But to say that you don't communicate at all, then that's problematic. So what communication style suits this person I'm with? Is this person a talker? Is this person a reader? I like letters. My 30th birthday, what I asked everybody, all my friends, your access to my party was a letter. As you are coming, I had a letter box curated. As you're coming, you drop your letter, then you enter. You drop your letter, then you enter. You drop your letter. Even for our wedding, I had letter pads, letter notes shared out. So all our guests wrote us letters. When my husband and I traveled for our honeymoon, we took out time. We're just reading letters from people, smiling. I like those kind of things. I like letters. So somebody that will now come to me and is using that form of communication, you're wasting your time. You are wasting your time. I like to wake up sometimes. My husband dropped me a letter somewhere. I love letters. And I write letters too as well. But it's your responsibility in any sort of friendship, relationship to be able to decipher what sort of communication style suits this person I'm with. You can be in a circle and it's not the same communication style. You can all be talking. One person is just quiet. The person is tired. It doesn't work. There is somebody that say, in this circle, if you call this one, you're wasting your time. If you send message, you're wasting your time. Because people communicate and understand communication differently. But as long as you have chosen to be in a relationship with someone, you owe it to that person to be able to study the person. The person owes it to you too as well, to be able to study you, to know what sort of communication style works for you. That's the only way that relationship can work. The the relevance, the importance of communication cannot be overemphasized. So there's no excuse for not communicating. And no, you can't be bad at everything. You can't be bad at all forms of communication. No, there's no one that is bad at all forms of communication. There has to be some sort of communication that works for you, that you are good at, that you can reciprocate in every relationship. So stop giving excuses for people that don't want to communicate with you. There's no excuse for it. Someone does not want to talk to you, the person doesn't want to talk to you. Let's call it for what it is. Yeah? But there's no one that is bad at all forms of communication. You go like this, the person does not like talking. You go like the person does not know how to communicate. You go like the person just doesn't want to talk to you. Because you'd find people that particular person that I said is bad at all forms of communication is doing it. You'll find someone that the person is calling 5 times. The person, and that person too is not communicating with the person, but the person is calling. It's like that. So at the end of the day, please just read the room. But when it comes to relationship, if you say this in relationship with somebody, read the room. Call it out for what it is as soon as possible. You know, anyone who isn't committed to communicating with you is not ready to be committed to a relationship with you. I think that's just the best way I put it. Anyone that is not committed to communicating with you is not committed to being in a relationship with you. A relationship requires communication over and over and over again. It takes the parties involved to be able to be committed to communicating. And that does not mean that if you're committed to communicating, there'll be no miscommunication. Oh, there will be. Because at the end of the day, you are learning and unlearning yourselves. So there will be. So don't say, oh, I'm communicating, the person does not understand. The person give the person grace, give the person time, grow with the person. And maybe it's you that needs to change because communication is not just about saying things or doing things. It's about tone. It's about timing. It's about different things. Different things come to play. Interpretation too as well. You know, sometimes you say the right things, you just use the wrong vehicle. You could put a designer bag in a keke napep. So the person at the end of the day, it's not as if what you sent was not the designer bag, but it's just that the vehicle it came with was wrong. Like you're like, why would you put it? What if it gets missing? Did you get what I mean? So sometimes it's how we convey what we say. It's the tone, it's the language. Me pidgin. Anybody that's not to me pidgin. I don't know how to speak pidgin. I don't really get it. So I don't know where we are going with that. So if you can't, waiting it's not me. We can't quite communicate, to be honest. My husband tells me that I just patronize because they can speak good English. Good, yes. Because that's the communication I understand. Speak well. So communication is a whole lot. Oh, you're writing with shorthand. GD, good. You to who? Mourn. I don't get all those things. I don't get it. I don't know it from anywhere. You send me a message, say, hey, so beautiful. How do you get there? What's beauty? Hey, sweetie. So at the end of the day, just find out what works for your kind of relationship. But communication is a must-have in every relationship. If someone is not committed to communicating with you in a relationship, then translate that as the person not being committed to being in a relationship with you, because no relationship can survive without relentless, continuous communication. It's a must-have. Thank you so much for being with me today on my couch, and I hope to see you next time on my couch. Until then, keep communicating and find someone that understands your sort of communication too as well. See you.